Hello and welcome from Wild City, our Lego city layout, which we always try to improve. And this time we're working on the downtown city blocks. This is a view of the newer part of the downtown, and this is the core old town with all the modular buildings. We're including a train station in the near future, probably Studgate, ladies and gentlemen. And today we would want to work on the city block that you can now see in the center of the picture. On the left, we have modular buildings, which we really love and like. And here in the like city blocks that surround the modular buildings, we have like these tinier, smaller Lego houses. We have Creator 3-in-1 houses. We have old Lego system like pizzerias, shops, bike shops, donut shops, houses, Lego shops, and so on and so forth. And this was always our plan, or this is always our plan, to have smaller houses in the first row of buildings so that this does not obstruct the view. But the problem is, and I'm going to show this to you in just a second, that these small houses, although being small, they just take up quite some space. And what we did is we tried to reduce the empty space in the middle here. So you can see this is a 16 by, I believe, I don't know, 3 base plate. A 32 by 3 base plates, so space in the middle. We have empty space that is like between 8 and sometimes 12 studs, and we try to reduce this space to incorporate more or include more buildings into the Lego city. Like, just this is a very good example here of that pizzeria. It's a really nice set. It came with a Lego city set, a bigger one, I believe, this town center set, whatever it is called, but it's only 6 studs deep, and it really is a problem. It poses a problem. It uses a lot of space, but on the other hand, it's not very deep, and if we put it there, we have a lot of empty space that we have to cope with. So one option would of course be to put that building further into the base plate, and then sort of like make a terrace or a space where people can sit, also like these food carts or flower carts, what that is, I believe. But we decided to remove all the buildings from this city block that were really not very deep, and on the other hand, we tried to include buildings that are a bit deeper. I also pushed back some of the buildings a couple of starts. For example, this Lego shop here, you can see that it now has a bigger sidewalk with a little bit more space for the minifigs, which I think looks really cool. I also tiled not just the sidewalk, but also the front part of each and every single building, like with that museum, the red carpet. Before that, this was just gray, and the empty space in the middle is still there, but it's limited. If you've seen probably in the big walkthrough of our city, you saw that the space there was a lot bigger. We decided also not to include modular buildings in that front row because of the view and because of the scenery that it sort of like gives you when you look, or when you're standing in front of the Lego city. It starts with smaller buildings, and then it's getting bigger and bigger, and then on the other side it's getting smaller again, if that makes sense to you. We of course trying to tile that empty space in the middle, and also include minifigs there, which like Rita is always doing. She's trying to come up with nice stories. We thought about this barber shop here on the left with the red roof, with the pink roof, sorry, because it really does not fit very well into the space that it's sitting in now. So we'll probably exclude that as well and put something else. but we are not quite sure yet. It doesn't have a roof. It looks quite weird in that position, so we'll probably yeah, kick that out as well. But the problem is that Rita loves Friends sets, and I allow her to also put, of course, Friend sets and things she loves into the Lego City. On the other side, we have this pizzeria from the early 90s, which is a very small building, but that's a thing that I really love. Okay, we also included the Crab Shack, like this crab restaurant from Hidden Side, really fits in well here. The Hidden Side series, which was really a cool series, and personally, I cannot understand why it yeah, was not very popular. I mean, of course, the augmented reality app was nonsense, but the sets and the pieces and also the minifigs and their ideas for the series was really cool. So here you can see the small pizzeria, which I love because it's a set of my childhood. It's not very deep, it's not very tall, but I think it fits in there better, and we will find a place for this pizzeria somewhere on the outskirts or in the back of the Lego City, where it does not where it's not problematic that the yeah, depth of the building is not that big, right? We could also of course modify it so that it is a bit deeper and or double it up, right? Buy a second one so that we can make it bigger. This is the other side where we did exactly the same, right? So modular buildings in the back here, and this block was covered by small buildings. This is the museum that came with another city downtown set, and I modded that building. It's now, I think, 2 times as big as it was before. I had enough of these glass panels to do that, and I'm thinking of doing a second level, but then it's very tall again. I don't know what we're gonna do. Probably we will get rid of that park in the middle so that we can extend it. We here have the Palace Cinema, Market Street, and on the other side we have like the sweets candy shop, which really fits in well. I had to adapt. Sorry for the camera here. I had to adapt the base plate a little bit because it has round plates on the underside of it, but it really looks nice, and the cinema of the town plan really also fits in well here with the Palace Cinema on the other side. So we have bigger sidewalks now because I pushed the buildings into the base plate a little bit and made the sidewalk bigger. Also, we have another Lego store here. This one sits on a regular plate, whereas of course the road plate does not, right? So there's a tiny gap in between the sidewalk of the street and then the sidewalk or the front part of the Lego store. But I think it looks cool, right? It adds some realism because in the outside world also you sometimes have sidewalks in different heights and stuff like that. Also, the park in the middle is a bit weird. It does not really fit inside. So I'm thinking of extending the museum even more to the left so that we have more space inside the museum. I now, because it's very yeah, not that full, right? When it as it comes with inside the Lego set, I tried to include. I'm gonna show you in just a minute, I believe. I tried to include a couple of nice displays in there. It's a museum of humans, right? In a way. Of course, you can see Snowy Chewbacca in there, which does not really fit, but I'm on the hunt for the Yeti, which I have not managed to buy and find for a good price. This is the roof, and then inside of it, there's like these displays which show you yeah, different stages of humankind, right? These night, this is not finished. Also on the left bottom, right bottom corner, sorry, I want to include a cowboy that I have not done yet, Mexican or Aztec, then a Neanderthal person that is in front of a cave. This was original, I believe. This was inside there. And also, of course, an Egyptian queen, I believe, maybe Cleopatra, which was inside a collectible minifigure series, I believe. Yeah, this is what it looked like from the inside. So we are trying to improve the city blocks here and there. The thing is that when we started our Lego city, you probably have seen it, it's quite big. We just placed the buildings wherever we thought they might look great. And over time, our city has actually changed a lot. And we had new ideas, we had new parts. We can make things better now. And so we decided to, hey, why not improve the city here and there to make it better? Yeah, it's the park is gonna probably get removed, and especially this is the core of the city, and we have not touched that in a very long time, which is quite interesting. So the city has undergone drastic changes at some places, or in some places at some point. Some places of the city do not look like they were in the very beginning, right? But the two city blocks that are adjacent to the modular building part of the city, the real downtown core, have not changed at all since we've begun building the Lego city in 2019. So, and there's more to come, ladies and gentlemen. Also, these city blocks, the basketball field in the back is not gonna go away, but it's gonna be changed a bit so that it fits better. And this is what it looked like before. So we did not have tiled sidewalks. We had the buildings all over the place, and so on and so forth. And yeah, Rita is back. With another comment. I think she was saying in the original German video that she's now going to place minifigs here and there, which we always really appreciate. And like the empty space right in front of her, where the "Everyone is Awesome" set is sitting, is gonna be for the train station, preferably the Studgate, which I already told you. And we have more space for modular buildings. The chess cafe is being built by my mother at the moment, and it's gonna be placed, I believe, between the Daily Bugle and the Boutique Hotel. So in that way, we are changing the city here and there, making improvements. It's sometimes also a bit hard to decide where to put what, and a lot of work goes into moving and shifting around buildings and things inside the city. And then sometimes at the end of the day, you like the old version more, which is a pity then. But at the end of the day, we're quite happy with how things are going, actually. And I also hope that you like this quick update here. We're gonna update you in the near future of what our plans are. You can also check out our main YouTube channel, Bricks Go Wild. There we do videos in German, but they have subtitles, most of them do, when you want more frequent updates on our Lego City project. There's gonna be trains, there's gonna be amusement park stuff, the zoo, the beach, so a lot of stuff that we are looking forward to. And yeah, thanks very much for tuning in, and see you in the near future. Bye bye.